First drink of the day. It's like a fast train, back to where you were the night before. I've given up doing silly things. Now I just hang out, let life come and find me. Funnily enough, it usually does. It all started about 8 weeks ago. We've all been to these things. The kind of parties where there are sudden breakouts of spontaneous bad dancing. I hate all that.
Especially if it's me that's doing the bad dancing.
All of a sudden, there she was. Beautiful. We agreed to have lunch the next day.
Yeah.
I live on a houseboat owned by Edward, so I arranged to meet Siobhan in a pub near the river. Now, when you go out on a first date, you actually have to think beforehand about what stories you're going to tell. You can't have long silences, otherwise the whole thing's over before it's begun. But if you do hit in one of those silences, you've got to be able to dive in immediately with a story. But you can't always remember your best story when you need it. So, I have them written down in my diary.
Space Caligula. Okay.
And it worked. Siobhan came back to the boat. I left her upstairs drinking some wine and ran down to my bedroom. Got out a few of my candles and candlesticks to set a romantic tone. And 20 minutes later, we were in bed. I disappeared under the duvet and I could hear Siobhan. And her voice starts getting louder and louder. And then all of a sudden she starts screaming. And I'm not even near the tickly bit yet. When I got under the duvet, the end of the duvet fell off the end of the bed onto one of the candles. So now the duvet's on fire. Well, I picked it up, threw it on the flames and jumped up and down on it. But that only made loads of feathers come out and it was like being in the middle of a snowstorm. There's her trying to cover herself up, a room full of smoking feathers, and me jumping up and down top a couple of fires with my willy jiggling around. That was the moment when Edward walked past the door.
Oh, no. Shit.
He wasn't very happy. And Siobhan left about an hour later. Still. At least I got a new story from my list.